Well, this is how you make strawberry yogurt. So first you gotta grab at least 6 strawberries, cut them in half, and cut those halves in halves to get these. So let's do that. Let me show you how. First, this, cut it, separate. This bit off. Now what you do is to cut this in half. And then you cut these halves in half. And then you grab these 2 halves, put them back together like this. There we go. Put them together like this. Then you cut these halves twice to get 6ths. Then when you get all these strawberries, you put them in the bowl. Now you have to repeat that process until you have enough strawberries. So since we already cut the strawberries, as you can see, now first we need to do is get this knife out the way. Perfect. So now, sorry. So now what we need to do is get the strawberries down, and then grab this cream cheese. This cream cheese does taste like yogurt, so I call it yogurt. So get some cream cheese. Now what we need to do is to get a spoon, but before I mix it, we could just get a tiny pinch of sugar. Maybe 2. Or 3. Okay, that's enough sugar. So now, anyway, okay, so now what we need to do is to mix it. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more your sour cream, just in case that was not enough. So there we go. That is probably more than plenty, and I'm over exaggerating.
Wow.
So what we need to do is mix this kit together like this. Once you have to keep on mixing this so now it looks like this. The strawberries are covered in sour cream.
So good and tasty.
And just so you guys know, I used Daisy sour cream. So if you want to do this, I would recommend to buy that. If you want it to be exactly like this, you don't have to. But I don't know how it's gonna taste with different ones. So once you're done mixing, then your meal is ready. And now let's give this a taste test.
Wowee! How could I reject such an offer?
Tastes really good, like strawberry yogurt. Make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you
Welcome
next video.
to the amazing.